In today's video, we're going to be playing one of my old favorites, Obosh Mono Red Midrange. While Obosh used to be stock in Mono Red, it has almost all but disappeared. This is because Scam is so popular in the format and Blood Moon does basically nothing against them. But that is not going to stop me from trying to play this list because in the past it did have a good Scam matchup, and we're going to be taking it through a League of Modern to see if this is still the best variant of Mono Red Midrange. Match 1, we're on the play, and our hand looks great. We'll lead on turn 1 Den. An opponent goes turn 1 Cliffs into a Thoughtseize, taking an Unholy Heat. We find a Blast Zone, we'll play out a Den. Opponent plays out a Swamp into a Dash Ragavan. We top deck a Spike Field, we will play out a Blast Zone into a Fable. Opponent shocks in a Blood Crypt, pushes our token, then dashes out another Ragavan. We top deck a Mountain, we will loot away a Blood Moon and a Mountain. Ah, more lands, alright. Opponent evokes out a Grief, taking our Spike Field Hazard and no Undying Effect. Ooh, a Croxa, that is spooky. We'll discard our Flame Slash, and then they play out a Fable of their own. And on the end step, we will channel our Sokenzan. Ooh, Ragavan of our own. And we'll dash that out. Get a little attack. Yeah, and they do take the trade here. And we'll play out a Blast Zone and pass the opponent. They discard a Fable and a Ragavan. Then they cast out a Croxer from the yard. We will take 3. And on the end step, we will crank up one of these Blast Zones. Ooh, Fury is not bad. We kind of have to pop the Blast Zone here, so we'll do that. Then we will attack in for 2. They have a Grief. Gosh darn it. Really wanted this Fury. And step, let's copy a Spirit. Okay, Heat's not a bad one. We will kill their Reflection, then pick up our Obosh and attack in for 3. Then we'll attack in just for 1. Attacks in, and we will not block. Then they play out a Monkey. Come on, Fury! Land, not bad. We will play that, and then play out our Obosh. And on the end step, they do have a Bowmasters. Opponent plays a Fable, Ragavan. Guess that's better than nothing. Guess we're passing. Opponent plays out a Dothy. Then they make these attacks. So let's copy our Spirit. Guess we'll go for double block on the Grief and trade Ragavan for their Shaman. And they have an Undying Malice. That's fine. Then on the end step, we will crank our Blast Zone up to 2. Another Ragavan. Ay. All right, let's attack in with our Obosh. Then we will play out a Ragavan and pass back. Attacks in with the Ragavan and a Grief, and we'll trade off Ragavans, taking 4. And on the end step, we will pop our Blast Zone. Come on, something. All right, Fable is a fine draw. We'll play that. Then we will attack in with Obosh. Wow, they take the damage. Down to 7. Oh, and I just realized they do have lethal here if they're smart. We are down to 3. Oh. Wait, they don't notice it. Let's go. If they copied Grief, we would have been just dead. All right, maybe we have a chance here. We will copy our Shaman. Top deck a Bolt, baby. Come on. Or a land. Land or Bolt's fine. Blood Moon. Unfortunate. All right, so they copy their Grief. We cannot loot. No. And then I guess we're just attacking with the team, see what happens. Yep, and they end up making the correct block. So we are just dead here. Let's get on to sideboarding. We're going to take out 4 Blood Moon for 2 Lanterns and 2 Pirate Spell Bombs. Game 2, we're on the play and hand looks great. We'll lead on turn 1 Den into a Spell Bomb, and opponent goes turn 1 Swamp into a evoked out Grief, taking our Unholy Heat, and yes, they do have the Scam effect, taking our Spyro. Ooh, Lantern's not a bad one. We will play out a Mountain into a Lantern. Opponent plays out a Verdant and attacks in for 4, and another land. We will play out our Ruins into a Fable. Opponent plays out a Delta and attacks in for another 4, and then they evoke out a Fury. Please, no Scam effects. No, they even have a Scam effect. Ah, unfortunate. All right, well, we're gonna need something. Okay, Flame Slash is a great one. I think it's correct to cycle this Spell Bomb. Okay, a Relic is not good. Yeah, we'll get rid of Relic and land here. Ragavan is fine. We will dash that out. Attack in, exiling a land, and then we'll play Mountain, and then Flame Slash a Fury. Attack in for another 4. Ooh, Fable off the top. That's a good one. We will flip our Fable, play another, and then play out a Ragavan. Please do not top deck a Fury. And a red card, I guess. Oh, plays a Swamp and no attacks. Ooh, Spell Bomb. Yeah, that's probably good enough. Go to combat, attack in with the team, get a little Treasurino, and no blocks. Wow. Woo! That's a good one. And they scoop it up. All right, let's go on to game 3. Game 3, we're on the draw and hand's great. Opponent goes turn 1 Delta. We will go turn 1 Mountain into a Relic. Opponent fetches out a Swamp and then plays a Doppy. We top deck another Fury. We'll play out Shinka into a Relic. Opponent dashes out a Ragavan, then attacks in, and we will Unholy Heat the Ragster. And no land. That's nice. Come on, land. Ooh, Bone Crusher. I think that's worse than dashing out Ragavan. Then we will attack in, finding a Fury. And you know what? We will cast it out by evoking out a Fury, killing their Dothi. Opponent cast out a
Thoughtseize, taking our Ragavan. Another Fury for us. All right, we will pop a relic, try and draw into a land. Another Lantern. All right, we're reviving, I guess. Nothing from the opponent. Land? It's kind of a land. Guess we'll pop a Lantern. Okay, guess we're playing another Lantern. Opponent finds a land first. Ooh, land for us. We will play a land and then play out a Spyro. And we'll discard a Ragavan and a Bone Crusher into another relic. Cool. Opponent evokes out a Fury, killing our board, and nothing else. A land's a good draw. We'll play that and pass. Opponent shocks in a Blood Crypt and then plays out a Shieldred. Oh goodness, that's a good one. So we shall play out a Fury, dealing 4 to the Shieldred. And then we have to evoke out a Fury, pitching Ragavan to kill the Shieldred. Opponent plays out a Thoughtseize, taking our Fable, and then cast a Terminate on our Fury. Bone Crusher off the top. We will play out our Relic and pass back. Ooh, opponent plays out a Pithy Needle. All right, we will pop a Relic in response. And in response to this, they do have a Bowmasters, which would be a problem, but we have Bone Crusher. So yeah, we'll fire off the Bone Crusher. Oh no, and they have a oh, come on. That's pretty good. All right, I guess we'll activate our Relic and then be sad. We do find a land, not a bad draw. And they name Blast Zone? Interesting. Sokunzan, not bad. We shall play out our Bone Crusher Giant. Please just not a Fury. All right, we take that. And we're not going to trade. We're going to race here. Den of Bugbear, pretty good draw. Let's attack in for 4. Then we will play out our Den, passing back. When it attacks in with both, we will activate Sokunzan. And they have another Bowmasters, taking out one of our 1/1s. So I guess we just have to jump block here. Come on, something good. Land is not it. All right, let's attack in with our Bone Crusher. And they do go for a block here. Then we'll play out our Ruins and pass back. And no attacks from the opponent. They do play out a Ragavan though. So on the end step, we will pop our Lantern. We know we do give them a trigger, but that's okay. Draw a Fable, good draw. And then we will activate our Remonop, sacking it. Come on, Bolt, off the top. One-time dealer, Ragavan, sure. We will play out a Fable into a Ragster. And in step, they do push our Shaman. God, this is such a close game. No, they're shocking. Blood Crypt, I think. Oh, do they have a Fury? No. Okay, so we only have one chance, and it is called top decking a Spikefield Hazard or a Bolt off of this relic. Or they mess up somehow. I don't know. Sure. Yeah, they didn't mess up. All right. We have faith. We have faith. We have faith. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, never didn't have it. Oh, match 2. Here we come. Match 2, we're on the draw, and our starting hand looks quite strong. It goes turn 1 Misty. We draw another Blood Moon. We'll go Mountain into a Relic. That meets a 4. Okay, we're up against a Living In Gamer. Well, that's good to know about. This is actually a pretty good matchup for us. They play out a Misty. We top deck a Flabble. Then we will, let's just evoke out 2 Furies here. We don't need Blood Moons. Actually, we're going to keep one of them around. And on the end step, they do cycle Curator into a cycled Architects of Will. Then they activate a Waker of Waves, putting a Subtlety into the yard, playing out a tapped Stevens. All right, this is where we baited them. Now they don't think we have a Blood Moon, but little do they know. Oh yeah, it's just in there. Please don't have a forest. Okay, Beseiju means they probably don't have a forest. They could have a Brazen Borrower though, so we gotta be concerned. Land, we would play out a Fable and then play out a land. Oh, they have an Otawara. Boo. Then they cycle a Striped Riverwinder. Yeah. Whatever. All right, sideboarding. We're gonna take out 3 heats and 3 slashes for 2 Chalice, 2 Stonebrain, and 2 Lanterns. Yeah, and this hand looks quite strong. And our hand was so good that the opponent just scooped it up. So let's get on to match number 3. Match 1, we are on the draw, and starting hand is a little land light, but definitely good. Opponent goes turn 1 Blood Crypt into a Ragster. Land perfect. We'll go turn 1 Mountain and hold up Spikefield. Opponent plays out a Swamp and then attacks on Thrag, which we will Spikefield Hazard. Oh ho ho! Woo! Let's go! It gets exiled, opponent. Oh, that just makes me smile. We top deck a Fable. We'll play a Blast Zone into a Relic. Opponent plays out a Dalfy, and on the end step, we will bolt it. Bone Crusher for us. Let's dash out our Ragster. And we exile a Fable. Nothing from the opponent. Wow, another Fable. Guess we'll play out a Fable. And in step, they do flash in a Bowmasters. And nothing from the opponent. Another Bone Crusher. All right, we will go for a Bone Crusher stomp on the Bowmasters before the loot. They flash in another Bowmasters. Shooting their Bowmasters. Actually, that's so 5-head. Holy. I really want to loot, but I don't think I should. Ugh, I want to land so bad. And we're not going to loot. But we will attack with our Shaman. And they block with their Orc. Then they play out a Dothy and attack in for 1. Oh, land finally. Let's dash out a Raxter. Attack in. Exiling a Verdant. Then we will play out a Montanya into a Stomp on the Dothy. And opponent scoops it up. Let's get on to sideboarding. And again, we're just taking out the Blood Moons for some good interaction. Game 2, our starting hand looks great. Opponent goes turn 1 Verdant. We will go turn 1 Ramunap into a Zagavan. And on the end step, they do push it down. Opponent plays out a Takanuma into a Dothy. All right, Spell Bomb for us. We'll play out a Blast Zone into a Bone Crusher. Opponent plays a Blood Crypt into a Fable. We're going to play this a little risky. We'll go over a Pyrite Spell Bomb into Sacknet, trying to find a land. That's a land, I guess. Opponent attacks in and then plays out a Shieldred. Spooky. I don't really feel like we have that great of a play here, so I'm just going to play out Bone Crusher. We can kill the Shieldred later. Opponent flips their Fable, plays out a Blackleaf Cliffs into a Dothy, then attacks in for 4. Land is a great one. We will play out our Mountain, then we will cast out an Unholy Heat on the Dothy into a Bolt onto the Reflection. Opponent plays out a Delta into a Thoughtseize, taking an Unholy Heat, then attacking. So this makes me think that they do have an Undying effect, but I don't really have any better option other than to block the Shieldred. Yeah, and on the end step, we will go for a Bolt on the Shieldred. Yeah, looks like they do have an Undying effect. Unfortunate. All right, so we need to top deck either a Bolt or a Fury, or Flame Slash, I guess. Spikefield Hazard does not help us. So yep, opponent has us. Let's get on to game 3. Game 3, we are Landlight, but we have Relic and Lantern, so I will keep. We'll go turn 1 Den into a Relic. Opponent goes turn 1 Verdant. We top deck a Heat, and we will play out a Spell Bomb. Opponent plays out a Mire. We draw a Ragavan, so we'll pop our Spell Bomb. And it looks like they have a Bowmasters here. Another Fury. Not good. All right, well, pass back. Opponent plays out a Swamp, attacks in for 3 into a Fable. Oh my, still no land. Yikes, bruh. Yikes. All right, let's evoke out a Fury, pitching our Ragavan, killing their Shaman and their Bowmasters. Then we will pop our Relic. Please land. Gosh darn it. All right. Opponent discards a Push and a Fury. They Shock and a Blood Crypt, attack in for 2. Yep, and then they play out a Shieldred. Oh, I mean, I shouldn't have kept this probably, but let's evoke out our Fury, deal 2 and 2, and then bolt down the Shieldred. We're still in a fine spot if we find some lands, but we are definitely pushing our luck. An opponent plays out a Grief, taking our Unholy Heat, so we need to land pretty bad here. Oh, and they even have a Takanuma into a Thoughtseize, taking our Bone Crusher. All right, well, we Flame Slash the Reflection. Well, opponent even has a Fury to follow this up. Well, I think we're going to lose this one due to my lack of judgment. A land, finally. So we will play out our Spell Bomb and kill their Grief. Oh, just attacks in. We find another land. Let's go. All right, well, now we have a blocker. Maybe we have a chance. Nope, they have a Terminate. All right, well, opponent got us here. We'll scoop it up and get on to match number 4. Match 4, we're on the draw, and hand looks great. Opponent goes turn 1 Steam Fence. We'll go turn 1 Mountain into a Relic. And in response, they do cycle Lorn Revealed. Opponent plays out an Island. We top deck a Heat. We will play out our Ragavan, which does mean a counterspell, and then play out our tapped land. They play out another land. Nothing for us. So we will pop Relic, maybe find a land here. We do. We'll play that out and pass. And on the end step, they do draw 2 with Flame. Opponent shocks in his Steam Vents. We will top deck a Flame Slash and play out our Spyro, which meets a Subtlety. Opponent plays out Otawara and attacks in for 3. Bone Crusher for us. We'll play out another Spyro, which meets a counter. Opponent attacks in for 3. We find a land. Let's go. We will play out a Bone Crusher and pass back. And on the end step, they do bolt our Bone Crusher. They attack in for 3, and we will bolt this. Come on. That's not Spyro. Well, our hand filled with removal spells is nothing, so let's pick up an Obosh. And on the end step, they cast a Charm. And with our opponent having 7 cards in hand and us having like 6 dead cards, I'm going to scoop it up in, for my sanity, and let's get on to sideboarding. We're going to take out 3 Flame Slashes and 3 Blood Moons for 2 Magus, 2 Lantern, and 2 Pyrite Spell Bombs. Game 2, our hand's a little too landlight, so we will mulligan. And this hand's fine. We'll put back a Heat. We'll lead on turn 1 Mountain into a Relic. Opponent goes turn 1 Hall. We top deck a Blood Moon. Not bad. We'll play out another Relic. Opponent plays a Misty, and on the end step, we will pop a Relic. We top deck a Spell Bomb. We'll play that, and we'll play out another Relic. Opponent plays out a Misty, and on the end step, we will cycle our spell bomb. Another bolt. Yeehaw. Fury, not great. Let's play out a Blood Moon. Oh no, Spell Pierce? Ugh. All right. One plays out a Sulfur Falls. We top deck a Ragavan. I guess we'll cast out a Ragavan. Not a great look. Yep, and on the incept they bolted. And on the incept they cast a Flame, drawing 2. They play out a tap Steam Vents, and we'll pop a Relic. Bone Crusher. Magus. We're just, again, so this is such a bad matchup for us. We are just not built to be controlled. We have a bunch of removal in our deck. So we will say GG's and move on to match number 5. Match 5, we're on the play, and just no lands for us here, so Mole. This hand is definitely a little risky, but I think we got to keep it, and we will put back an Unholy Heat. We will lead on turn 1 Mountain into a Ragster. Opponent goes Foothills, we top deck a Mountain, we will attack in, and we do connect, stealing a Misty. Don't know what that means. We will play out our Mountain and pass back. And on the end step, they fetch a Forest and cycle Lorne Revealed. I need an island. Not sure what we're up against here. They play another Misty, we will attack in, connecting again. Exile an island. Very little information here. We will play at our Ramanop ruins and pick up Obosh. When it plays an island. Okay, I guess we're attacking again. I'm sure hoping this is not Rhinos, because Rhinos is basically an unwinnable matchup. Oh no, we are so doomed. Okay, well, we're up against Rhinos. Actually, our current build is a little bit better, so we might be able to win this. And they go for a double block on the Ragster. So let's play out a Fable. Resolves. That's good. Then we will Flame Slash one of the Rhinos, and then Unholy Heat the other, playing out a tapped land. Opponent plays out a Gemstone Mine. We top deck a Blood Moon. Not good. We will loot that away. Flame Slash, pretty sweet. We will attack in. Oh no. Not another one. Not another. We're so dead. All right, well, they have Rhinos, and again, they go for the double block. So we shall play out our Obosh. Opponent cast a Flame of Anor, killing our Obosh, and then attacking in for 4. We top deck a Bolt, so we will Flame Slash one of the Rhinos and pass back, which does meet a Force negation. Opponent attacks in for 8, we'll go down to 4. All right, another Bolt, so we will evoke out a Fury. That meets a Subtlety. All right, we'll scoop it up and get on to sideboarding. We're gonna take out 4 Blood Moons and 3 Bolts for a Pyrite Spellbomb, 2 Chalice, 2 Stonebrain, a Filigree Silex, and a Ratchet Bomb. Game 2, our starting hand just a little too weak against Rhinos, so we will Mole. And yeah, we'll definitely keep this. We will put back a Mountain. We'll lead on turn 1 Den. When it goes turn 1 Misty, ooh, Ragavan. We will play a Mountaina into a Stonebrain. When it plays out an Island, and then Bosages our Stonebrain? What the heck? All right, whatever. I am so dead. All right, let's play out a Ragavan. Attack in for 2. Okay, we take a Shardless. Cool. Let's play out our Spyro and then draw into a Chalice of the Void. Oh my god, we're so good at this game! Don't have a Force negation. Let's go! We're so good! Oh, it shocks into Stomping Grounds. Land for us. Okay. Guess we'll dash out Ragavan. Attack in with the team. Cast a Dead Gone on our Ragster. It's okay. And then fire 2 Elementals. Fine. It's okay. We still have our Den, which is nice. So we're gonna actually have a clock here. Then we'll play out Ramanop Ruins. When it plays out a Misty, we will activate our Den, which meets a fire. Okay. Attacking for 2. And land go. Opponent has a 6/6 Murktide. Okay, pass back. Opponent pokes in for 6. And on the end step, we will sack our Ramanop. Ooh, another one. All right, we will attack in for 2. I think we're barely winning this race. Never mind, we are losing this race pretty badly. Guess they just didn't have any Cascaders. What an unfortunate game. All right, yeah, we'll Spike Field Hazard the Subtlety. Opponent beats in for 6, and we will pump up the zone. Ratchet Bomb. All right. I don't think we have any outs here. Yeah, I'm looking at our current list. We actually have no outs, so we will scoop it up and sadly have a 2-3 record. So overall, this deck definitely did not impress. I do think the new version with the Field of Runes, Cleansing Wildfires is much stronger. In the current meta, this is just super weak. Like, the main reason to play this deck in the past was it had a great matchup against Scam and a great match against Murktide, but now that those, I mean, Scam is much more popular, but it became a lot worse once Orcish Bowmaster came in because our best win cons are things that draw like Seasoned Pyromancer and Fable the Mirror Breaker. And with Murktide being just completely gone, which was a great matchup, this deck just with Obosh is almost just too weak. And additionally, Blood Moon has lost a lot of its flair. Most decks can easily play around it. It doesn't affect Scam at all. So I'm just not a huge fan of the Obosh variant anymore. But anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video, please consider leaving a like, comment, subscribe. If you want to see more mono red, but with the actual better variant, please let me know down below, and I'll see you all in the next one.